Welcome to this week's Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Roni, and I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. This week, I want to talk about pettiness gone wrong. Tasha K and Cardi B had court again, I guess within the last week or so. And I remember when Tasha K started reporting on Cardi B. And I also remember that she reported on her so much that I stopped watching for a little while because it seemed like it was always about Cardi B. So I remember, this is how I remember the timeline being, that one of Cardi's ex-roommates came on Tasha's platform and made a lot of allegations about Cardi. Okay. I don't think that was the issue because it wasn't like it was an ongoing marathon or whatever. But the issue came in when Tasha wanted Cardi to respond. And at the time, it was like Cardi was like a real rising star from, I guess, saying being Instagram famous to becoming worldwide famous. And she didn't respond to Tasha. And I don't know if Tasha took that as a slight or what, but it escalated from there. Now, I don't know, because I saw a snippet of a video, and I don't know if Tasha was per se talking about Cardi, but I think that's who it was. But she was saying that when Cardi wanted her to take the information down, that she was disrespectful. You're not going to come to me talking like this, and you better do this, and you better do that. And I was thinking, hearing that, some of the things that you said, how do you expect for a person to come to you nicely after you said all those salacious things about her? She probably came to Tasha as nice as she could. But I remember Cardi looking confused on social media one day. And she was like, I don't know why she called her this old ass lady. This old ass lady keep putting my name in her mouth, but she better stop. And I think that's where the disconnect came in, because I like both of them. I like both Cardi and Tasha, and not saying that I always agree with what each one of them do. I don't know them personally, but I think that's where the disconnect came in. Although you are a blogger, Tasha's a blogger, and she has the exclusive drops on a lot of things, and a lot of things that she say turn out to be true. I feel that the way she delivers, because she likes to curse and everything, her delivery can piss some people off, but especially if it's not true. And at first I was like, Cardi going too far. And then I was thinking about, what if somebody, and then thought about, somebody didn't talk about me, especially people who don't know me, and these people think they know me and trying to say X, Y, and Z. So I can see why she would say something to Tasha. And as Tasha say in a disrespectful way, I could see why she said it in a disrespectful way. And I think that because she didn't respond to I think the girl name was Star, didn't respond to the things that the girl Star said in the interview, that I guess that was when Tasha was like kind of first starting, and she thought that everybody owed a response or whatever. But I think that this just has opened up a whole can of worms that did not have to be done. It's like now the reporting that she does on them is like normal reporting that everybody does. But she messed it up with having the lawsuit against her, because she didn't stop talking about the girl. So you talked about the girl so bad, she made it where you couldn't talk about her at all. And although you have the argument that you're a blogger and that you report on celebrities, yeah, but you have orders not to speak on this girl because you were so out of order before. So I don't think that this is, in my opinion, that Tasha should be trying to demand respect when she was so disrespectful in the beginning. And I don't think there's no sneaking around it. You talked about that girl like a dog for real. I mean, you said she had herpes. You always talked about what her man was doing. And see, that's where I think the line should be drawn. Now, in celebrity, if you're a celebrity in celebrity life, yeah, you talk about things. But these fans go digging deep into stuff. And some things are their personal business. A line is always crossed when it comes to, I would say, commentators on social media. And I just feel like Tasha needs to learn to let go of some things. And from this point on, just don't speak about Cardi. It's enough people that's going to report on her that you don't even have to have an opinion anymore. But that's just me. And I just feel like that on both parts, it was some pettiness gone wrong. Because I feel like now, Cardi is bullying Tasha. She's a lot like, didn't I tell you to shut the F up? Okay. And then it was the lawyer got fined for citing, somebody said, I'm going to say allegedly, false cases in the response. The human brain always have to be smarter than AI. And if you was going to use some cases that you generated a report from AI, could you at least check that it is true? Because AI make up something that sounds beautiful, but may not be true. So I just think that was a big fumble. And the lawyer, if that is what the issue was, the lawyer should have to pay a fine for cheating. So even if you're going to get help, you still have to read back over. You still have to make sure that it's true. You still have to make sure that this is feasible with the resources that you have, with the time that you have. I mean, you're going to check behind the computer. So with that, that's all I have to say. Tasha, just don't report on Cardi anymore. It is enough people in the world that's going to report on her if something happened. There's enough people in the world that's going to report on what happened with Offset. I don't care that Offset has a gambling problem, allegedly. I did care that he got shot. And I did care that he was, whether he was okay or not. But after that, to keep reporting, or if, now, I wanted to hear about the court case with Stephon Diggs. But however many other children he has, or what his teammates thought, or what Cardi spent on a party or whatever, I don't care about that either. So, I just feel like some things are private. I have to put myself in their place. What would I want people to know? I really myself move incognito. You'll never know anything about me. You'll always be wondering. And at some point, celebrities, just because you're a celebrity, it should have some level of privacy. I guess the universe agreed with that. But that's all I have for today. And I will see you next week. Bye.
Hey girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blunt Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.